Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now. Let's get into what might be one of the most talked about rumors in the NFL right now, especially among Giants fans who are always looking for ways to improve the team and get back to the top. There's buzz swirling that the Pittsburgh Steelers might be willing to part ways with their star pass rusher, T.J. Watt, and the Giants are reportedly interested. That's a huge deal if it goes down, and I know Giants fans are already imagining what that kind of upgrade could mean for the defense. T.J. Watt, for those of you who follow the league closely, is a game changer. He's the kind of player who can flip the script in a game with a strip sack, a crucial sack, or a game-altering pressure. We're talking about a guy who's amassed 115 career sacks, along with over 200 quarterback hits, 30 forced fumbles, and he's just a beast on the field. Watt has been a constant threat for years now, and his presence alone elevates any defense he's on. In the 2025 season, despite the Steelers struggling a bit overall, Watt was still a force. In 13 games, he managed 7 sacks, 41 quarterback pressures, and even added an interception for 13 yards, along with 3 forced fumbles and 2 fumble recoveries. His PFF grade for that season was a solid 72. 1 overall, with a 75-0 rating specifically for pass rush. Those numbers speak volumes. Watt is a disruptive force, and he's known for his relentless pursuit of quarterbacks. And let's not forget, he's the kind of player who can turn the tide of a game in a heartbeat. The Steelers, sitting at 7-6, have been somewhat inconsistent in 2025, and there's talk that they might be open to trading Watt, especially as they look to shed some cap space, around $12 million, to focus on developing younger players and reinforcing the offensive line. It's a move that might seem risky, but it's also one that could pay huge dividends for a team like the Giants that's trying to rebuild and get back into playoff contention. Now, why would the Giants be interested? Well, for starters, adding Watt would be a game changer for their pass rush. The Giants' defense has been decent but inconsistent, giving up nearly 368 points this season and struggling to get consistent pressure on opposing quarterbacks. Watt's addition could immediately boost their sack numbers, projecting an 18% increase in sacks. That's massive. It's not just about sacks. Watt's presence on the field would bring leadership and intensity, inspiring the young guys on the defensive line to step up. Plus, he has a knack for forcing turnovers, over 30 forced fumbles in his career, and that could help the Giants create more takeaways, which is crucial for winning games. Looking at the bigger picture, adding Watt would significantly improve the Giants' ability to disrupt offenses. His pressure rate of around 2-3 pressures per game would elevate the entire front seven, and his ability to reduce big plays would be a massive boost. It's not just about stopping the run, which the Giants have been okay at, but about creating chaos in the backfield, forcing quarterbacks into bad throws and turning those into turnovers. With Watt, the Giants could see a jump of around 12% in EPA per rush, helping to neutralize some of the potent offenses in the NFC East and beyond. This kind of upgrade could be the difference between a decent season and a playoff run, especially if Watt's impact extends into the playoffs as a true X-factor. And speaking of the playoffs, the odds for the Giants to make a deep run would skyrocket with a player like Watt in the mix. Right now, their chances are modest, but with Watt's help, those odds could improve dramatically, possibly from +50, 0 to +10, 0, making them a more serious threat in postseason discussions. It's the kind of move that could turn a team with a losing record into a legitimate contender, especially if Watt can bring that disruptive edge in high-stakes games. His ability to strip-sack quarterbacks and create turnovers in crunch time is exactly what the Giants need to finally get over the hump and return to Super Bowl glory. Of course, there are questions. Can the Giants pull this off without giving up too much? The Steelers are reportedly eyeing a first-round pick in 2026 and a fourth-rounder in 2027. That's a hefty price, but if Watt's presence can push the Giants into serious playoff contention, many fans might see it as a smart trade. The team would also need to manage cap space carefully, but with Watt's relatively manageable cap hit, it's feasible. The key is whether the Giants, front office believes Watt can be a cornerstone piece for multiple seasons, and based on his track record, he certainly fits that mold. This move isn't just about adding a star, it's about shifting the entire dynamic of the Giants' defense and giving them a real shot at competing at the highest level. If the Giants can land Watt, it would send a strong message to the NFC East and the league. They're serious about contending again, and they're willing to make bold moves to do so. Fans have been hoping for a splash, and this could be it. The possibility of Watt pairing up with the current defensive roster, including players like Kayvon Thibodeaux and Leonard Williams, would create a formidable front that offenses would dread facing. It's a recipe for a top-tier defense and potentially a playoff run that could end with a Lombardi trophy. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, if this trade becomes a reality, it could be the spark the Giants need to turn their fortunes around. They've been working hard to rebuild the roster, and bringing in a player of Watt's caliber would be a statement. It would energize the fan base, boost team morale, and set a tone that the Giants are serious about competing again. The NFC East is stacked with talented teams, but with Watt on their side, the Giants could finally start to close the gap. Fans are dreaming of a defense that can dominate and a team that's ready to take on any challenge, and Watt might be the missing piece of that puzzle. In conclusion, the potential trade of T.J. Watt to the Giants is one of those stories that could reshape the entire NFC East landscape. It's a bold move, a gamble perhaps, but one that could pay off big time. Watt's leadership, relentless pass rush, and knack for creating turnovers could help the Giants not only contend, but also make a deep postseason run. It's a story to watch, and if it happens, you can bet Giants fans will be celebrating. The road back to the Super Bowl is never easy, but with players like Watt in the mix, it's definitely more achievable than ever. So, stay tuned, keep your fingers crossed, and let's see if this blockbuster move becomes a reality. Because when it comes to the Giants, every move counts, and this one could be historic. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to US and TO, the New York Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news.